Hello and welcome to another video. So today I'm going to tell you a story about a coachman. So let's begin. So a coachman is a person who drives a wagon carried by two horses. So let's begin. So once upon a time there was a coachman who was driving his wagon and with the horses is by whipping the horses is every time he needed a turn. So the horses would also listen. So after a few turns, he suddenly saw that a woman was standing outside of her house and she was waving her hand to stop the coachman. And so as she was waving her hand to stop the coachman and pulled on the leash and stopped both of the horses, and then he asked the good looking woman where she wanted to go. And after the woman said that she wanted to go into the city, the coachman then took her inside of his wagon and drive his horses. And so as he was driving, suddenly he was hearing some hissing noises after a few minutes, that is, and after that suddenly he thought that it might be snakes. Then suddenly he started to feel dizzy, and other than that he also started to feel scared. The forest looked darker and darker, but he still bravely went on and he didn't stop. And then suddenly his coach also had a little window that he could see through. So suddenly he turned his neck to look behind and saw that the woman inside was hissing with red eyes. The woman inside said in a scary voice that, "I will eat you now." Hearing that, the coachman got scared, even though he was still bravely driving through the dark forest. But after this, he pulled on his leash, not tightly but slowly, so that the horses would slow down. And at that moment, and he got on one of the horses' backs, and then he disassembled. Then he disconnected, not disassembled. Then he disconnected the wagon from the horses, and then he raided on both of the horses with his legs on both of them. And so after that he looked behind and saw that the wagon fell down, and as the scary looking woman screamed, and then he saw that the wagon fell down a deep hole and there was a huge crashing sound, and he thought that the woman was dead. And so he took both of the horses out of the forest into the city, and there he filed a complaint in the forest office. And there the forest office looked around in that deep hole and saw that there was a dead body of something that looked like a combined version of a snake and also a human. And so the policemen realized that it was Medusa, the snake woman. And so this is the end of our video of a scary journey of a coachman. So this is the end of our video. So tata and goodbye. See you tomorrow again.